Okay, my name is Peter Starks. Just to begin with, I was in prison on a 3-year sentence in '08. Had no clue, strung out for over 40 years on heroin, smoking crack over 30 years. Had no clue that I would even want to be clean or could pull it off, you know, at 60 years old. And I was introduced to Amity in prison. And I didn't grab onto that change of life journey then. I just wanted to stay away, get involved with something to keep me from getting caught up in all the madness on the yard, okay? And I ended up doing the Amity Prison Project at Soledad State Prison in California. I paroled straight to Amistad in Los Angeles, South Central. It took me over a year and a half, possibly almost a year and a half, for me just to even begin to even think that this process, this change of life process, could work for me. I battled not trusting people, trying to sell me a dream that I didn't feel like I was deserving of. And then I had a lot of PTSD issues from Vietnam. So between that and just being totally ashamed of what I had become, 30 years of homelessness, eating out of garbage bins, in and out of prison for 10, 15 years. That's just the prison system, not talking about the county jail system. But today, you know, I'm still amazed at the fact that Amity took a chance, and they hired me. I remember when they were talking about hiring me, I told them that, you know, don't even try to sell me that dream, because you're gonna fire me the first day, because I'm gonna talk mess, I'm gonna keep it straight up, and life is not all this a bed of roses. And the only way that I know how to get down or share my story is just be straight up with the pain, the abandonment issues, the trust issues, the no self-esteem, if I had any. And here I am today helping people like me. That's the greatest paycheck that a person can give me, is if I wouldn't be doing this for money. If it was about money, I would not work for Amity or nothing in this field. But what I do is just to see the light come on in somebody that's like my twin. That's the greatest joy that I have today. And then I get free treatment for myself. So I don't have to pay a psychiatrist $1,000 an hour just to lay on the sofa and tell my story. I can talk to some people that help me make it through each day. If you would have came up to me and you told me you got a PhD in psychology and didn't have a PhD in the streets, I was cussing you out, telling you to get away from me. I was surrounded by people that have been there, demonstrators that have been there and done that, demonstrators that were smoked out on crack for years, decades, prison time for decades, heroin addiction for decades, and they didn't just verbally tell me anything on how to change, because I wasn't believing them anyway. I watched them. I wanted to see how they made it through the day when they had bills to pay and didn't have the money. I wanted to see when life showed up, how are they gonna handle it? And that's what I did. And I still do that to this day. I don't believe too much what people say. I believe what you do. Don't tell me you love me, show me you love me. You know, I was in Vietnam at 18 years old, wounded twice. I participated in a lot of inhuman things that haunt me to this day. And most combat veterans, all combat veterans that I know, we don't talk about our war issues, our combat issues, unless you've been there. If you're just a regular veteran, I'm not going to talk to you, you know. And Amity has helped a number of Vietnam combat veterans just in their lives find some healing at some point, to go to the next journey peacefully with some healing. And if you can understand that, I'm still seeking internal healing. And today, I sit in 2 PTSD groups, one on Wednesday mornings, one on Thursday evenings, and I've been doing this for 2 years since I've been here at the ranch, and they have helped me. I have more healing in the last 2 years with my PTSD issues from Vietnam than I've had my entire life, adult life, since Vietnam, returning in October of '68. So, you know, the only thing that I can say is there's no words to adequately describe how much I appreciate Amity allowing me to seek the healing that I need from my Vietnam issues. Not only that, just me being this heroin addict and crackhead and alcoholic, coming from South Central in the neighborhoods, you know, I have a wide range. I was raised up in church, and I had God issues most of my life because of the dysfunction that was demonstrated in my household. You know, my father abandoning us, my mother having 6 husbands. I used to say I had 6 stepfathers. I didn't have 6 stepfathers. She had 6 different husbands. So I really, even to this day, I am very protective of kids. I'm very protective of women, and everybody deserves a chance, and that's where I give back, man. I found some sense of purpose in my life, and it happened through Amity, because if Amity was a drug program, I'd be loaded standing here right now, okay? Just know that. But it's a whole person program, and I'm thankful and grateful for that.